All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It's Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. For those of you who are thirsty, it is Thursday. How about those polecats yesterday? Anyone check that one out? That's a little obscure, is it not? But yeah, that's an interesting one. It's good to be back again 2 days in a row. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Well, we're going back to that same year as yesterday. This is obviously some of my favorite years in music. 1983, July 11th, 1983, 40 years ago. Robert Plant drops his sophomore solo effort, Principle of Moments. What a record this was. For those of you who do not know, is there anyone out there? Led Zeppelin, break up. Plant does his own thing, puts out his first solo record that does quite well, by the way. And he's working with these same guys on this sophomore effort, like I said. It's Robbie Blunt, Jez Woodruff, and the Phil Collins drumming for him. The story goes he called up Robert Plant's people and said, man, I really dig John Bonham, and I would love to play drums for you. And then remember, this is 83. This is at the beginning of his awesome solo career himself. And so he played on like 5 or 6 tracks of the first solo record, and I read 2 different things. I heard 6 of the 8 tracks on this one. I also read 5 of the 8 tracks, but he played on all the important ones. In Robert Plant specifically, his goal was to get away from the behemoth of Led Zeppelin with those stadium-filled rock and roll. And he wanted to do stuff a little different. Pop stuff, but popular, but obscure at the same time. Commercial kind of stuff. He's in the land of synthesizers. He's trying to do something a little different than Led Zeppelin, but something funky, but something that's going to be popular, and that's the way he said it, right? And this was a top 10 record in the UK and the US, just like the first solo record. And it was the first solo top 40 record, I think. Right? First solo, or anyway, first solo top 40 single, for him. I had, even if you've heard the story, I had MTV in 1983, and these songs were on heavy rotation. And I just loved this music from the very beginning. I was not a Led Zeppelin fan at the time, so I didn't know who I was listening to. I mean, I knew who he was, but I wasn't listening. I wasn't like, wow, this is different. I just really enjoyed this record. As far as the songs on there, the main ones, the 2 singles there, Big Log, awesome, great song, and In the Mood. Love that song, In the Mood. Also, a rock radio AOR staple was Other Arms, but for some reason not released as a single in the United States, a Japan only release. I'm big in Japan. I'm huge in Japan. But those 2 songs are really good. There's some other quirky songs on there, some good stuff on there. And then the next year he does the Honey Drippers, if you remember that. Sea of Love remake, awesome. And then his next solo is Shaken and Stirred in 85. That one doesn't get enough credit. With Little by Little, love that song, and Too Loud, and 6s and 7s. Those could be Wanderlust songs right there. But we are talking about Principle of Moments. Phil Collins playing drums on Big Log, In the Mood, and Other Arms. So yeah, that's cool. We'll post those below. Song of the day is Big Log. Love it. You guys remember when this record came out? You guys old enough to remember that? But if you don't know Robert Plant solo stuff, check out this one today and those others. Now in Zen, so much good stuff there to be had. He played Hartford in September 13th, 1983. Too young for me to go to a concert, and I wasn't doing that. Too bad. Did anyone see that concert in 83 in Hartford? Anyone see this tour? Comment below. But Robert Plant, song of the day, Thirsty Thursday. You know the drill. Listen to it, crank it up, comment, have a good one, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.
There is no turning